from all around your lawn. I'm here to tell you how football is strong. We're the best. Bounce the ball.
And welcome back. Yeah, great interview, the last segment there with one of the great personalities. Yeah, great interview, Joe. One of the great personalities around local footy in Ross Dillon from the co-coach of the Bannockburn Tigers. Be a great game on this afternoon indeed. Now, we've got the under-18s ladder. Now, we gave Dale the 11 stars last segment, so he's not very happy, but the whales come back on. He might have been talking a bit. But here's the under-18 ladder, Dale. You can go through it with us and take us through what's going on there.
Well, that's probably...
That's a good ladder,
there it is.
Yeah, no, look, you got...
Who's that on top?
North Geelong.
Oh, thank you.
As you can see, you've got a couple of forfeits there along the track, which is a bit unfortunate in junior footy, but that's the way football's going out through some of the country clubs. You've got North Geelong there, 2 wins, Inverleigh also 2, and the Werribee on 2. Bannockburn with 2 and 1 loss. And I suppose, look, your top 4 or 5 clubs there are fairly strong. The bottom sides, at least these guys have now got some under-18 sides, and that's going to help them in long term. Obviously, Winchelsea is one of the places that I suppose you find a little bit further out, hard to get there. But as I said, they've got some kids there. They're at least out there competing, and so it's good for the town itself to have those
percentage
kids.
of North Geelong, that's got to be some sort of a record. 3,522%. That's extraordinary, isn't it, after just 2 games of footy? But then I guess, that's, well, what the opposition kick against you, isn't it, which causes that. But that's an extraordinary figure, that. So there we have it, the under-18s ladder. So it'll be on again this afternoon, North Geelong and Bannockburn out of Victoria Park, kicking the dew off the grass straight, not far after the show is finished, I can tell you that now. Now, out of the Gun Club, we're going to talk about all footy this afternoon. Out of the Gun Club, the Winchelsea Blues take on the boys from the Duck Pond, the Werribee Centurions. Dale, Winchelsea, pretty ordinary so far this season. Werribee Central's pretty well on fire.
Yeah, look, I suppose they were pretty good against Bannockburn the first game, Winchelsea, in relation to they only got beaten by 4 or 5 goals, but you look at the position on the ladder and you wouldn't think Bannockburn's form's that good, so you probably think they're a little bit down on what they should be. But Werribee last week were back to their probably very best by all reports, and got some good players up there. Camilleri, I think, was one bloke they reckon can really take a grab up forward. He did play there, I think, 2 or 3 years back and has come back to the club. So they've got a lot of option there going back now. Rosenweig's back in the side, so they've got that focal point. Kitchen now sits in a forward pocket and gets the 3rd or 4th forward, so he's pretty handy to have in that role as well. But they've got a lot of drive through their midfield. Lovell's due to come back, I think, this week, if not next week. So again, they're going to get bolstered by that ruck division, and obviously he'll provide first use, but I would think that Werribee would win the game out at Winch.
Jason, dodging bullets out at the Gun Club, who's going to win?
Dodging bullets. Yeah, look, I think Werribee will be too strong. Winch had a good win against the Belmont Lions. Sorry, Brian. But I think Werribee too strong.
Okay, out at the Godfrey Street Thunderdome, the Tommy Tigers, they take on a much improved Inverleigh, who absolutely belted Cryer last time we met. I'll start with you, Dale. Tommy Tigers, bit ordinary against North Geelong. Can they bounce back?
Yeah, look, I think they can. The only reason is that we saw Inverleigh 2 weeks ago. They've had 2 really tough games to start off against the 2 top sides from last year and weren't poor. Unfortunately, Zach Hickland's going to be missing for 5 or 6 weeks, and their other bloke that plays down back is Booth, and he went off with a calf injury last week. Now, if he made a miraculous turnaround in that space of time, I think it'd be, as I said, it'd be Herculean to come back and play. So they're going to miss 2 bigger blokes in their back line. I think Thompson can beat them out there at Thompson. As I said, their ball skills they've got and their aggression they showed towards Bannockburn a couple of weeks back, I think they'll try and intimidate Inverleigh because they're a lot smaller, quicker side. But don't underestimate Inverleigh. They're a quick young side and we'll take it right up to them. But I just think because of the Thompson, I think they might just get the chocolate.
Violet Crummels can reverse their form, Jace?
I'm not so sure. I think Peel and Muir and some of their midfielders for the Hawks, I think they played pretty well. They need to kick the ball quickly. I think they've got a forward who can at least kick some goals. He was a bit off target, Ansell, a couple of weeks ago. But I think if they can move the ball quickly and not have to worry so much about their back six, then they could have a show. Thompson need to go back to the form of against Bannockburn when they played pretty well at home. But I don't know. I'm tipping a draw. There you go.
A draw?
A draw. I'm going to tip a draw.
Gee whiz, if that happens there, yeah. Mitchell will lose his head. Oh, too late, he already has. Out at the Ring Road Recreation Reserve, it's the Bellpost Hill Panthers who can do absolutely no wrong at the moment against Geelong West, the Cheetahs, who can't do anything right. So, Dale, I would think that not much to say about this game. It might be all over at quarter time.
Bellpost Hill.
Thank you, Jason.
Bellpost Hill.
Yeah, can't give Geelong West any chance at all in that game. Poor old Cheetahs, not going well at all at the moment. They will come good. Out at the Kevin O'Leary Oval, East Geelong Eagles. They are. It's in sensational form along with Belpost Tilt. They take on the Cry Devils. Jason, you're mob East Geelong, because I know you've got an incredible affiliation with the East Geelong Footy Club over many, many years. How many games you play there?
Are you joking?
How many games you played?
Oh, God, I don't know.
6, 7?
Yes, 8 or 9. Years ago.
How did you manage to fit footy in with rowing?
Anyway, I've never rode in my life.
You must have rowed when the motor broke down.
Never rode in my life. Never.
East Geelong?
Yeah, I think the Eagles will be too strong. I mean, they've got obviously Murphy up forward, Scrobelac, Connors, heaps of goal kicking options. Carayo's defence, I think, will be under pressure most of the afternoon. I think the Eagles will be too strong.
Good side, East Geelong, Smithy.
Look good on paper, and according to Barry O'Toole last week or 2 weeks ago, he said they've got 4 or 5 players to come back into this side. It'll just be interesting to see who actually runs out there today. But look, East Geelong, I can't see getting beaten.
Out at the Winter Resort, the Belmont Lions. And I've got to tell you, folks, fiery Freddie Logan is back in town. He's finished the honeymoon, got married a couple of weeks ago, had the honeymoon, had the reception back at the Belmont Lions club rooms. We heard it was a big night, but he's back. Smithy, can they do it?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, fair enough. But the lead up of all time. Can they beat? They can't beat anything.
They can. No, I don't think so. On
Right,
current form, you'd think that Anarchy are going along pretty nicely. As I said, they're probably the surprise packet from my point of view for the season. And there's no reason why that they would fall back, I wouldn't think. Most of their players now have got back from their holidays, whatever they had going over the last couple of weeks. Sluggett might be the only bloke that's not available for selection coming up this week. So that's a healthy thing for the Anarchy side. So, look, I just think they're going along nicely, and I can't see them getting beaten at this stage.
Jason, in a word.
Anarchy.
Thank you very much. The 94.7 match of the round. It's out of Victoria Park. The Bannockburn Tigers take on the North Geelong Footy Club, the Mighty Magpies. Dale, Bannockburn, well, I guess you're a bit like me, you're a bit biased, but Bannockburn, can they bounce back and get back in a bit of form?
They can bounce back, but they're going to have to do a lot of improving. But on current form, I have to pick North Geelong.
Jeez, you heard it first here.
We just make a replay of that, Mr. Producer. That was very good. Jason, now I know you don't like North Geelong, but can they have a great week? Go on. Use that line you've been using for 10 years. It's not that I don't like North Geelong.
I just don't like you.
Thank you very much. I've never had that one before.
Look at him, head wobbler.
Look at that. And my chin's followed about 3 seconds later. Do you know that?
In opposite directions.
All 3 of them. Don't do Frank 3. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
He passed away many years ago.
Stop. No, I think, look, Brian's giving us a wind up. I think North Geelong.
North Geelong.
It pains me to say that, but North Geelong.
I don't usually get involved with selections of the games on this afternoon, but I also believe that North Geelong's fabulous Magpies will have a very comfortable win against the Bannockburn Tigers.
What makes you say that?
Just a feeling in me water.
Is it?
Or in my case, a gut feeling.
Not your waters again.
The water's going up. Now, before we go, I've got a very, very special birthday announcement to make. My granddaughter, one of my 6 grandchildren, is turning the big 1-2 today as we speak. Kate, happy birthday from Pa. Love you. And I hope you have a great day. And I know we're going out to Buckley's tonight.
Oh, jeez, take it somewhere special.
Just for a change.
So it doesn't cost you anything.
Now,
before you go, hang on.
Don't get a free
You're on special things. My wife turns 50 today. If I don't say anything,
right.
I will actually get me cut off. But happy birthday, darling. I hope you have a good day.
Happy birthday, darling.
She's got the perfect thing. I'm away from the house all day, so she's got the whole place together by himself.
How
She'll
come
be
you've got a wife so much younger than you?
Oh, you're unbelievable, Dick.
Right, we're going to go now. We'll see you all again next Saturday morning. Everyone's having a birthday today. Happy birthday. Back again next week. Bye for now.
Let's get into it all until the final.